Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Hari Om to everybody. Some of you might be knowing that we are coming from Anandashram. For those who are not, we would like to share some thoughts about the ideal of the ashram. Anandashram, a spiritual center, was set up by most revered Gurudev Param Pujya Papa Swami Ramdas and Param Pujya Mataji Krishna Bai in the year 1931. At the time of inauguration, he spelled out what exactly is the ideal of this ashram. Papa said, Papa never uses the first person. After scaling the hives, when Papa got stabilized in that universal consciousness, he always refers as Ramdas, as if a third person. Ramdas has the supreme delight to speak to you today a few words at the inauguration of this holy ashram, 15th May 1931. The ideal which the ashram holds before it is universal love and service based upon a vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. The ideal which ashram holds before it is universal love and service based upon a vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. Here every man, woman or child, to whatever denomination, creed or caste the person may belong, shall have free access. This is a place where every effort will be made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service, so that what is realized within its walls may prove as an example for the right conduct of human life in the outside world. The Lord is our help and guide in all matters. May He, with all His bounty, shower His blessings on the great service which this home of love and bliss has undertaken to discharge. When we go through this message again and again, even those of us who have been staying there, it gives us new revelations, and also to the visiting devotees. When Papa said that universal love and service, what does it mean? Nobody will be able to reach out to every creation in this world. So we start thinking, this particular expression touches and kindles in us that we are all interrelated, interconnected, interdependent. How do we know? whatever that makes our life comfortable, whatever factors that are basically needed for our very existence, are the factors other than me and mine. Even first we will think about this language. This language was a gift of somebody, The indwelling spirit prompted somebody to bring out this A to Z. And in order that it becomes universal, he also brought along with the alphabets the basic grammar, because it has to be built on the grammar. Grammar is the foundation on which a language is built. So he brought this conjugation of verb, indefinite, present continuous, perfect, perfect continuous, active voice, passive voice, and so on and so forth. We have not done it. Today we are in a position to communicate because of the gift given to us. And let us try to look at each and everything. We need air to breathe. We have not brought it. Water to drink, earth to exist, space to move about, 98.4 degree temperature to keep us alive, sun, rains, metals, minerals, gases, fruits, trees, vegetables, pulses. All these have been provided to us before we came to this world. And he brought out human beings, he means the Almighty Power, to discover, invent, innovate, so many things to make our life comfortable. When there was no specs in the world, he made somebody to think about it. When there was no dress in the world, when there was no construction in the world, when there was no chair in the world, when there was no electricity in the world, when there are no gadgets like what which makes our life comfortable. Brush, paste, soap, wash basin, commode, start listing out. Suddenly we realize we are what we are because of the factors other than us. So how can we think about me and me and me? When Papa said universal love and service, these are the thoughts that he kindles and makes us aware. We owe everything to the factors other than us. So we cannot confine ourselves to the me and mine. When we intellectually try to understand these things, anything, because of the language, the education system, curriculum, syllabus, subjects, concept of exam, concept of different types of science, everything. Suddenly we realize that he has provided everything, even our professional field. So we are what we are because of the factors other than us. We have to keep on remembering, reminding, hammering to us, so that might help us to move a little from the me and mine. So how do I pay back for all that I am enjoying? So far I have been thinking about my life, my security, my profession, my family. Because these were not given to us when we were at the formative stage. So these things have not been ingrained in us, though this is the truth. We may feel we have got it. Suddenly we remember when we came to this world, we did not bring any money. It is the society that gave us this money. And we are appropriating it, that's all. So we keep on hammering this truth, but at the same time we forget. The moment we go out of this hall, we will forget this. That is why the next line he said, based upon the vision of divinity. By that word he is drawing our attention to the origin of our and the world life. Where from we came. Not only we, everything. If we are making an effort to know our source, it might help us. That is called the vision of divinity. Normally we all feel we have come because of our parents. No doubt, they are all our instrumental causes. For every product, there are three causes. One is the material cause, the other one is the efficient cause, the other one is the instrumental cause. Instrumental cause is the last one. Material cause and the efficient cause, intelligence. They are behind everything that we see. So we also go back to our own. Where from we have come. It can't be from our parents because they were also born to their parents. They were also born to their parents. So where from the original material? Our intellect cannot reach. Just like when we were students in high schools, especially for those who have taken these algebra classes, we all remember because of the algebra classes. When an equation is given, we don't know them. So teacher will say, put x. Finally we arrive at the answer and replace that answer to the x. Similarly, when our intellect cannot go beyond certain level on the source of our being, we go to the Shastras. And there the Lord says, Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that I am the seed, eternal seed of every creature. Bijam mam sarva bhutana. So we start from there. We can call it as the uncaused cause, or the first cause, or the primary cause. Think about it. That unknown factor. Our intellect cannot reach. But at the same time, we are now existing because of that cause. That intellectually we can understand, logically, rationally we can understand. So when he says, based upon the vision of divinity, we are now on a pursuit of getting more and more clarity on our uncaused cause. The cause because of which the entire creation has come. In Bhagavad Gita, he specifically says this. Because it is not the play of our own mind. It has been authenticated by Lord Krishna himself. A particular sloka is very, very inspiring. There are so many slokas. Another one striking is Gadir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhriti Prabhava Pralayasthanam Nidanam Bijam Avyayam. I am the supreme goal of all living beings. I am also the sustainer, the master, the witness, which were not known to us till then. He is the abode, shelter, friend. I am the origin and the resting place of creation. I am the repository and eternal seed. In another sloka he says, Yachavi sarvabhutanam bijam tataham arjuna Na tadasti vina yasya maya bhudam characharam. I am the generating seed of all living beings. Characharam. The first lady's finger, the first chilies, thick, the first cow, the first mosquito, the first paddy, Bayabu. What could be that? Where from it started? I am the generating seed of all living beings. No creature moving or non-moving can exist without me. Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavandiya tasam brahma mahadyoni aham bija pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. So like that there are so many shlokas to authenticate our inference, whether we are moving on the right path or whether it is our own play of the mind. So when we know that it has been authenticated, we have to devise some method to move from the knowledge level to the applied knowledge level or experience level. Otherwise, universal love and service, we may feel it's a social service. No. We are very particular, based upon the vision of divinity. So when the Lord, when the unknown, the source of all sources, the uncaused cause, has given us all this, including the sense of individuality in all of us, and when He has provided through Mother Nature and society whatever that is basically needed for our existence, whatever that makes our life comfortable, we start thinking, how do I pay back? What is the mission of my life? Suddenly we remember these two institutions, both Mother Nature and society, whatever they have given to us, it is universal to everyone. Nobody has specified, neither Mother Nature nor the society has specified the beneficiaries. We don't know there are others also. The air will not say, I will give only to Dallas people. It is same in Kanjangad in Kerala, where the ashram. Water, earth, space, think about it. It is universal. It is not specifying the beneficiary. Similarly, whatever we use, right from the brush early morning when you get up, we see the cot. We don't know which carpenter was prompted to bring this. Then we see the bedspread, the pillow, the roof, the first civil engineering technology. Think about everything. We have to be a little more introvert, then only we will be able to understand this. And brush, paste, wash basin, the tap. Like that, we keep on listing out the chappal we wear. So right from the minutest to the grossest, to the computer, everything. We are enjoying, all of us are enjoying everything. So when I realize that I owe everything to this creation, and I am what I am because of the factors other than me, my life also should be a payback like this. That is why He has provided all these things, the language, the education. So education is to know, I realize, to make me aware of the potentialities lying dormant in me, so that it becomes expressive, and the result of which will be useful to the entire creation. That is why he introduced the education aspect. He has provided everything. But to go deep into it, he provided water and he prompted somebody to analyze and then came to know it is H2O. Anything. So this prompting should come. That is why in this sloka he says, Buddhir buddhivadamasmi, tejasvinam. I am the intelligence of the intellect. Not only he is the bijam, but he is also the intelligence of the intellect. How will it strike? Even today when we go to our field of profession, so many projects have to be handled and we try for a breakthrough. Where from it comes? So it is to trigger this whole movement, the concept of education he brought it. First he brought the language. For anything and everything the language is needed. And then based upon that language, the whole system of education. And then to deliver this to the society, he brought out field of profession. Think about it. So our life also should be a payback. In that process we also have a decent living. So universal love and service means the story try to understand, or we can interpret it in this manner. Everybody is free to interpret. One interpretation is that with all the facilities made available to us, we try to serve the society, we try to serve the Mother Nature in whatever possible ways he prompts us from within. Every word, every thought, every deed, it's a payback. This is what is called universal love and service. Because none of us will be able to reach out to more than a certain segment. So how do I do that? Because the brush, we made a little research on all these creature comforts. For example, the brush. It was in 1700s, one Dr. Edison in the United States, he tried and brought out this brush. Every day morning we are using it too. Like that when we try to dig out, we will find that we keep our this thing because of that. So how do I pay back? Since none of them have specified the beneficiary, I should also not specify the beneficiary. So long I have been trying to think only in terms of me and mine, my dependence, my kith and kin. Now Papa is slowly trying to open the aperture in our heart. For that, in order to ensure that it doesn't become a social service, where there is every possibility of us arrogating that we have served, he used the word based upon the vision of divinity. So all these things are intellectually understandable, but to make it a part of our living, we need some discipline. He has taught us when we were right from our student life that unless we impose certain discipline on us, we will not be able to get the expertise, the skill, the latent powers lying dormant in us. So here the method is, many people, many spiritual scientists, there are two sciences, spiritual science and material science. Both are the two sides of the same coin. So spiritual scientists made deep investigation into this And they brought out various methods based upon their own experience, not textual knowledge, not academic knowledge. They experimented and then they brought out, then they placed before us. Similarly, Parampujya Papa placed before us a triune path. Nam, Seva, Dhyan. The first thing is, I should remember the source. At the moment I am unaware of the source. I start from the me and mind level only. I do not know that prior to this me and mind, God has given me this life. Where this me and mind had no role at all. To put it bluntly, when I was in the form of a seed in my mother's womb, this me and mind was not there. A great, spiritually highly evolved soul, Param Puja Nisargadatta Maharaj, says in this word, I was not even consulted. I had no role. The present me had absolutely no role. So the life force, the energy, the power, when it took a shape in my mother's womb, in the next 9.5 months, I did not do anything for the development of these 200 and odd beautiful organs, well set, well coordinated. 200 and odd organs, including tiny joints. I had no role. And when I came out, I did not bring anything. So right from my seed stage, this power has been with me. In the form of the seed, then in the form of this body-mind intellect complex, and then in the form of basic needs provided by Mother Nature, and the basic creature comforts provided by the society. So I should remember him. So one of the ways to remember him is to give a name to that source and chant. So in ashram, any name can be given. In ashram, the mantra is Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Papa made it very clear, any name of God, of this source. But for the sake of uniformity, if everybody starts chanting, somebody may be chanting Narayana Nama, somebody chant Om Namah Shivaya, somebody chant Krishna Nama, Hare Rama, so many, there will be confusion. So we stick to one, and probably that is why Papa Mataji introduced Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. That was the name that took them to the heights. Initially, when we chant, the mind will go here and there. Its unruly behavior will not permit us to get concentrated. So Papa here says, don't worry about anything, concentration or no concentration, chant. We did not understand why he said so. Because later on he will say, mechanical chanting will not help. Parrot-like chanting will not help. Superficial chanting, lip-level chanting will not help. So why did he say first? Then we understand that in order to make it a habit in our mind, initially we may not be able to have clarity on many things. So he said chant. So we started chanting. As we keep on chanting, we find after the chanting session there is no change in us. So slowly he introduced. And he says, while chant, you should know you are chanting the name of one who is within you, who is your cause, uncaused cause, who is the provider, who has provided everything, who has facilitated everything right from the seed level till this moment. And then, most important, he is making me to chant. That particular word makes us to think, how does I am chanting, How can I say he is making me to chant? And then Papa clarifies that he is the life force. The life is the expression of Atman. He says, though seemingly two, they are one. We have some idea about life, the life force. In the form of the heartbeat, where we have no role. In the form of breathing, where we have no role. In the form of digestion, where we have no role. In the form of blood circulation, where we have no role. But it's there. Bereft of this, I don't exist. So suddenly, oh, how close he is. That is making all my five sense organs to act. Seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, hearing. If the life force is not there, finished. So Papa says life is the expression of Atman. So that is why he said you are always keep on reminding you, he is the one who is making you to chant. When we keep on auto-suggestion, when we keep on hammering this idea into us while chanting, slowly we will realize if he is prompting me to chant, he is now prompting me to say these words. He is prompting me to see. He is prompting me to hear. So everything is actuated, pulsated, motivated only because of his presence in me. This is what is vision of divinity. And when I know this, I don't mean intellectual knowledge. We try to, when we chant, we try to go through this and slowly we will be unknowingly moving to the experiential realm. The words are coming. Words owe their origin to the language. Language was not there. You made somebody to bring out this language. Like that, the mind keeps on reveling in this. And then we realize that this should be the truth in everybody, in everything. That means we are trying to find a common denominator, common factor in all. The moment we get a glimpse of this common factor, we try to come out of the prison, conceptual prison of me and mine. That will pave the way for the universal consciousness. In everybody, in every creation, every being, it is there. Whether they know it or not, that we will understand that it is there. And he also makes us aware that he is in the form of not only life force, not only in the form of intelligence, he is also in the form of awareness or consciousness. When you are looking at me now, you know that you are looking. When you are hearing these words, you know that you are hearing. When you are sitting, you know that you are sitting. That knowing principle. So this knowing principle is in a common factor. Life is a common factor. Intelligence is a common factor. Whatever creation are there is available for everybody. Don't you think that will lead us slowly to come out of the me and mine? So constantly going through this nama with this perspective, he assures us that it is possible to translate this universal love and service in our actual daily life. None of us will be able to chant throughout our waking state. He has also given us a family, a profession and a society. So we have got a family life, professional life, social life. At best we may spend about 5 minutes or 10 minutes or half an hour On festive occasions, probably we may do a little more. When we go to an ashram or a temple, we may spend more time. Otherwise, we are preoccupied with various commitments and duties and responsibilities on the three tiers of life: family, profession, society. So here Papa says, ensure that your life, outer activity, these are his words, outer activity should be compatible with inner aspiration. Inner aspiration is to know the vision of divinity, to experience the presence of the divinity, the common factor in all of us, the origin of all of us, the source of all of us. So when this is clear to us, he says your outer activity should be compatible with this. What does it mean? When he makes us to deal with this creation, we should have this remembrance, in the form of a touch of love in anything that we handle, in anything that we talk, in anything that we think. It's at all for us now. But this is now a touch of love. And then a touch of perfection. Because we know all these things we are enjoying because of the efficiency in action was there, dexterity in action, perfection in action. All creature comforts, which we are enjoying, it is a product of first intelligence and then efficiency in action, perfection in action. So anything that we do, not only there is a touch, but there is perfection, excellence. Even when we enter this, when we go to a program, when we leave the chapel, we recognize its validity, recognize its significance. Only when we walk without a chapel we will know that. So we keep it with a touch of love. Nothing is unimportant, nothing is insignificant, nothing is irrelevant. We try to have this. So it starts when we take the brush, we keep the brush, we clean the brush, we keep the brush, knowingly, lovingly. The soap, the towel, the dress, right from that, the plate, the glass, right from everything. Not merely in our professional field. So we are trying to bring in this dimension in all that we do, right from the morning we get up till we retire to bed. We may fail, we may forget. Nama will remind us. That is why of the three, Nama is very important. There should be a constant reminder. Oh, I shouldn't have done like that. I shouldn't have thought like that. I shouldn't have spoken like that. The Nama will definitely pull us up. So these are whether we are in family, whether we are in a field of profession, whether we are in social field, we try to bring these dimensions. We try to bring in these dimensions, touch of love, touch of perfection. The other two are touch of dedication. When we offer flowers to the deity, we don't throw it. Anything that we do is an act of dedication. We don't have to tom-tom, but it should be expressed in our action. And we don't have to belittle somebody who have not done it. It would not have struck. That's it. We do it by ourselves. And then, touch of gratitude. Suddenly we realize everything has been provided by Him. We cannot arrogate that I have done this, I have done that. Behind everything, He is there. He is there as the spirit, indwelling spirit. He is there as the material. Causes. Matter and spirit. So there should be a harmonious blend between this matter and spirit. So this is called seva. Not merely helping others. Every act of us, it is not limited to a particular act. We go to an orphanage, we try to give something. Normally we term it as seva. We try to go to a place who takes care of the mentally and physically handicapped, who are blind, who are deaf and dumb, who are spine injured people. So many are there. God provides us various fields for us. We go there, try to do whatever is possible. That should be there at the outer level. There also we thank Him. You have provided me a field to serve you through that form. You are providing the wherewithal for me to give. You are providing me the motivation to give, to drive all the way to that particular place. In spite of all the preoccupations, we find on my birthday, okay, on my wedding day, okay, something like that, you make it. These are all necessary. But there we might feel that we are helping you. But instead of that, this gratitude element, makes us aware that you have provided the field for me. I am not creating any field. So this is called seva. Is that enough? No. When we try to bring in this dimension through nama and seva, a stage comes when the mind becomes totally receptive to go inward and to find out or to feel the presence of that source of all sources, which is called dhyana. We are trying to understand the first word, universal love and service, based upon the vision of divinity in everybody. So this vision of divinity means there should be some discipline, and so many people who have plumbed deep, they have brought out so many methods. Papa brought out this triumph path. All other paths are also valid. We can choose any path. Worshipping in a form is also a path. In Saguna form also we worship. But we should know that we are worshipping the source of our sources, that's all. So that we don't leave the Murti, Veer Satyanarayana when we leave this temple. Normally this is what happens to us. We go to a temple, we offer our worship, we leave him there and then go. But whereas we are being reminded by the Almighty through a deity to know that I am the source of all being, that is why you are existing. That is why as a part of our gratitude we bring flower or fruit and offer. But we have not understood. We are offering to him what he has given to us. We have nothing to offer. Through Mother Nature he has given the fruit, through Mother Nature he has given the flower, and then we are offering him. We are the instrumental cause, that's all, to hand over. That is why in Bhagavad Gita he says, Nimitta matram bhavasavya sajina. Be an instrument of me and do work. So we were talking about dhyana, to feel his presence. So there also Papa gives us some clues. The mind will not easily go inside. The moment we start going inside, it will play its trick to somehow take us out. So there he says, it will be better if you try to practice mental chanting. Only by regular practice. Everything we have learned only by regular practice. Repeatedly doing it. by trial and error method, by perseverance and patience, by commitment. Everything we have. Today we heard, he was rendering music through a violin. How much practice he must have done to bring it out. So similarly, here also we have to, through trial and error method, by perseverance, patience, we keep on trying to chant mentally and ensuring that we knowingly chant to arrest the outgoing tendencies of the mind. When you knowingly chant, you are putting a fence. The moment the fence is out, you are unaware of your chanting. So Papa says, when you take to mental chanting, one day you are unknowingly paving the way for the source of all sources to become conspicuous in the form of witness consciousness. You know that you are chanting. Who is knowing? Who is chanting? It is past thoughts, so it can't be expressed. It can't be defined. It can't be qualified. It can't be objectified. It is purely a subject. So it will not remain there because our mind is used to dwell on all objects only. Right from our birth, when we started knowing something about ourselves, everything has been an object for us. Father is an object, mother is an object, creature comforts are an object, air is an object, earth is an object, everything. So it is a tough job to turn the mind inward. That is why he prescribed mental chanting. So mental chanting paves the way for the emergence of the witness consciousness, which is the expressed form of our source of all sources. It might be for a trice, again the mind may go out, but with perseverance, persistence, fixed resolve, determination. All these things are there in Bhagavad Gita. We try to slowly, after having got a glimpse of it, our effort is now to get stabilized. Stabilized means in all our thoughts and words and deeds, its impact should be there. At the moment it is fully governed by me and mind. What the me and mind has colorized it, we based upon acting or reacting or responding it on the basis of that evaluation. Kindly think about it. These are all very subjective. So this cannot be objectified. That is why it cannot remain there for a long time. So we devise a method that while we are doing anything and everything, we now realize that the life force is there, the awareness is there, the witness consciousness is there. So it will slowly percolate. And they have assured through their own life that it is possible in this human birth. And the moment we reach that, what we have seen from their life is that there is absence of otherness, which is called love, which is called bliss, a sense of fullness, purna. And a sense of utter humility. Previously our mind has been teaching us, tutoring us, that I am powerful, I am powerful, I am powerful. But this process makes me humble enough. You have given me everything. You gave a long road to arrogate and do things as an individual. Even when I ignored you, even when I did not recognize you, even when I did not offer you anything, you still did not leave me. That is why in one of the slokas he says, Suhru. He is a trusted friend who does everything unconditionally. He doesn't expect anything from us. Suddenly I become aware that that leads to humility. So when in ashram, when we think about Papa, what we get is he is bliss absolute. When we think about Puja Mataji, she is a personification of absence of otherness. And in 1949, Puja Swami Satyanarayana joined there. He served Papa for 14 years, served Mataji for 40 years, and became an embodiment of self-effacement and humility. They are the source of perennial inspiration for us. This is spirituality in workaday life. It is not, Papa used to say, spirituality that cannot be applied in actual life is no spirituality. Nama reads. Spirituality that cannot be applied in actual life is no spirituality. It is not to be confined within the four walls of an ashram or a temple or a few persons. But it is all pervading in everybody and everything. That word is very striking. Spirituality that cannot be applied in actual life is no spirituality. So we try to slowly bring. Our mind will not permit us. Because so far it has colored spirituality means temple worship, sannyas, Vedic studies, visiting Tirthakshet, meeting Mahatmas. All these things are spiritual. Family life, professional life and social life is worldly life. We have compartmentalized, we have partitioned this in our mind. Papa demolishes all these walls and says, in one of his famous quotations he says, behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily it is he at play in all beings and creatures. Now look, going back to this, spirituality that cannot be applied in actual life is no spirituality. God is in the world and is acting through every one of us. God realization does not mean disappearing into some unknown realm beyond the world. True spirituality consists in our living in this world, moving in it and serving all beings all the time, being conscious of the divine within us and everywhere around us. Whenever we may fail, we may forget. But if we take one or two words from this, that will keep it aflame. Otherwise we may forget. Because we have not been told right from the beginning. Only when we got in touch with the spiritual preceptor, this truth was revealed to us. And by the time we receive this, we have already a big baggage of me and mine. Unless and until there is a commitment on our part, there is a conscious effort on our part, there is an intense aspiration on our part to make it a reality in our daily life. So, in another quotation, for all of us, we are all very much in the various activities. You may be doing it at the family level, professional level, social level, we are doing it at the ashram level, that's all. There also a big gathering will be there. All these Vyavaharic invitations are there for us also. So every time we have to keep on reminding ourselves. This is one of the wonderful quotations Papa has given. The world we live in is a school in which observation and experience offer us immense possibilities for self-improvement. Nay, the world itself is Guru or God. Suddenly it opens up, a different perspective in our mind. The world we live in is a school in which observation and experience. But now from this moment onwards we will become keen in observing. What is it that has to convey me? For example, the bag, it is before us. How does it enable me to see him? Suddenly, it talks to us. I am available to you. You can put anything. It can be a sweet, what do you call this? Something like adwa or something. Or it can be a bitter one, or it can be a spicy one, or it can be a paper. It can be anything. Unconditional service. Like that, if we start analyzing every object he makes us to come in contact with, there is something to learn, something to learn, something to learn. The warp and woof, that has made this to sit. Harmonious blending. One thread and another thread. Similarly, we try. For example, when we were in ashram, when we were dwelling on this, somebody beautifully brought it. So we asked, anybody can contribute? So he said, we are taking every day the paste. When you press, the paste comes out, but you can never put it back. Whatever word we utter, whatever deed we do, it cannot take it back. So be alert. The paste teaches us, The door. That is which we enter this. He has also brought out a beautiful poem, so that it is directly linked to our daily life. You see this? I find my God in fields, hills, dales, workshop, school, office, marketplace, in plains and forests, in temples, churches and mosques, in solitude and caves, in graveyards, cremation grounds. I see him in the sky above, the earth below, in the waters of the lakes, the oceans vast, in the slow and swift running streams, in trains, in cars, in aeroplanes, as well in gentle moving bullock carts. I behold him, awake, asleep, dreaming, in birth, in life, in death. I find him at all times, in all places, in all states. My God is everywhere and everything. He alone is, there is none but He. So we now try, when this was discussed in the ashram, somebody said, train, what does it teach? He immediately brought out. When we get into the train, we don't have to carry the luggage. We have to put the luggage in the loft. Train will carry. The moment we entrust the whole ownership has been shifted to God, He will take us away. So a train can teach. An aeroplane, when we start lowering, when the pilot for landing, what a sight he gives. What a spectrum. The moment we land, our vision is limited. But the moment we are there, we see a wide spectrum. Like that, everybody can interpret. It is not that there is only one interpretation. So Papa wants us to identify every object, everything that we use that connects up to the source of all sources, who is named as God. So these are all some of the thoughts which we wanted to share. When he said, universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in all. And then he also said, this will, when you go to ashram, when you go to any spiritual institution, We do not go there just to see the saint there. We do not go there just to go along with the routine there. We are trying to understand and try to harmonize ourselves with the rest of the creation. That is what is called mutual love and service. And this, he says, home of love and bliss. Finally, he says, the Lord is our help. Every time we have to hammer this. So 4 points that emerge from this. Universal love and service, based upon the vision of divinity, mutual love and service, Lord is our hope, a refuge, and finally, every one of us should know that our residence, our home should become a center for bliss, love and bliss. Kindly think about it. We are deeply grateful to him for again facilitating us to dwell on these vital, important, salient, profound points that will help us to connect ourselves with the source of all sources. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Hari Om.